Bacchus Hot Mel Show is hot.
It's Mike.
String.
This is This or That. I think this
Episode
is
3 or 4? 4.
It's 4.
Might be 4, okay.
And these questions were given to us by Rob Farley, our Tesla
/ Jackal
Yeah.
friend and from West Virginia, right? Yeah.
Peterson, I think. All right, y'all? All right, I guess I'll let you participate.
Yeah, let's do that.
You think you can remember everybody's last names?
Probably not. I can't remember
we
my
had-
own most of the time.
Fred Albrich, I guess that's right. Tracy Robinson, Brian Weaver, Tony Gamble, Josh Whittington, Robert Ford, Dusty and Sam,
There you go.
Evan Carr.
They're
Mike
new to the party,
McKay,
by the way. Okay.
Yeah. And Tyler Anderson, and Love, and Shauna, and Jerry Lambert, and Matt, which is Love's friend
Co-worker.
from work.
Yeah, co-worker from work.
Yeah. And he's new. This, I guess, the first time he's
Participated
Yeah,
in this or that.
And of course, we got. Did we introduce say who we were?
Yeah.
All right. Your Love's replacement.
How many
That's right.
how many Cokes you had?
I don't know. Too many, evidently. All right, so let's just start this off.
Let's do it.
All right, first
we go.
one is Dimebag Darrell or Kerry King.
Dimebag.
Dimebag.
Yeah, Dimebag. And I'm just going to read off, like some of the people I was telling String, been responding now, saying why they picked that. And Josh Whittington said it was down Dimebag. He
Yeah.
said there wasn't even no comparison.
Nothing wrong with Kerry King, but I've never been a huge Slayer fan. Nowhere near, anyway, what I am a Pantera fan, so that's an easy one for me. I mean, there's plenty of Slayer stuff out there I enjoy and really like, but there's a lot more Pantera.
Well, Dimebag got 85% votes. I mean, I love Pantera. Are you a bigger Pantera fan
yeah.
than Slayer?
Yeah, I like some Slayer, but I'm like him.
I'm
I
more
like
the old
Pantera.
school. I like more the old school Slayer than the newer stuff. But
Well, we lost Dimebag way too early, too.
yeah,
But you never know what could be going on now. All right, let's go with number 2. Testament or Anthrax?
wow. I'm probably gonna go Anthrax.
Anthrax.
I'm probably going to go Anthrax.
That's
too.
a hard one. That's a close one though.
Yeah.
I never got into Testament a lot. I never got into a lot. I really got into Anthrax.
I was into Anthrax way earlier than I was to Testament, so I think that's kind of what pulls me more towards the Anthrax side of it. And even like early stuff and old stuff, I've liked damn near everything Anthrax has ever put out. Testament, a lot of the Testament stuff's been really, really good too. So I mean, it's right there teetering on the edge like a little seesaw there, but it's leaning just a hair bit more on the Anthrax side.
I was sitting here thinking that I don't think I've ever seen Testament live. I know we went to that Anthrax show down in Richmond.
I went to
You ever saw Anthrax?
No, never seen
Really
Anthrax.
good.
I saw Testament down in Richmond several years ago
I
now.
think Yogi and you knew Yogi and Dave and Jason. I think it was them three. I know it was Yogi and Dave shot pool with Testament.
Really?
I went to see them down at Roanoke. Ended up shooting pool with them.
Is that
Well,
right?
we were supposed to see them in Harrisonburg, but they pulled up in the bus. The manager got off the bus, walked into place, said they're not even going to play here. Got back on
Is
the
that
bus and
right?
they drove off
That's right. They were going to play down
at the office or whatever it was at that point.
was it the office? I thought it was that place down there close to where you were. Jokers.
No, this was office or Main Street Bar and Grill,
Main
whatever it
Street.
was at the time.
All right, so let's roll to number 3. We got both of them are debuts. Both of them are good debuts, I think. Look What the Cat Dragged In or Night Song.
Night songs, hands down.
I don't know. Probably Look What the Cat Dragged In.
All right, Hop.
I'm going with Night Songs. I mean, Tom Kiefer.
Yeah.
And Robert Ford said hands down Night Song. And I forgot to mention, he said Testament all day long.
I think nothing wrong with Poison, but I don't know, just song for song, and
I don't know, man. That's tight. That's tough. That's tough.
I mean, they're, like I said, they're both good, and I remember loving both of them when I first, got into them. But yeah, all these years later, hold up value. I think the Cinderella's got it.
Now, I will say, and he probably agree with me, this stadium tour coming up, I think Poison's going to steal the show. Sound-wise,
Yeah, last time I saw them with Def Leppard, they hadn't lost.
Yeah,
they hadn't lost anything. They just had.
yeah, they're kind of up there, like, with sounds really good, like Kicks sounds good. Or at least on Tesla sounds good. Poison
Yeah.
still got it.
They-
still
they-
put on a good
yeah.
show.
I've seen them like 4 or 5 times. And every show is always.
Yeah, I've
like they
seen
bring it every
If
show.
you can
They do
handle
bring it.
CC rolling around all over the place,
He gets a little-
yeah, he
little
gets.
much, but the last I saw him, he was borderline. He much more, and he would have annoyed me. And he didn't do no singing neither.
Yeah, that was the thing. He got when he starts singing and running his mouth. That's.
But
where
now I
it kinda-
saw Cinderella once, and I only seen him once, and Tom Kiefer was
Oh, God.
phenomenal live.
Yeah, he brings
like,
it.
He was one of the best singers I'd ever seen.
He's
live.
110% every time we've seen him.
And I think he's a very underrated guitar player.
Oh
too.
yeah,
He's-
and I mean the piano too. I mean the man can
He's
play.
a talented musician.
Yep.
And because even when we did that thing about Jeff LeBar, he had said, when Tom went solo, they said, we know he's going to make it. Hands down, he's the one who wrote the songs, and they already knew what kind of talent he had anyway when they was with him. They said if they ever broke up, that Tom would succeed because he was just that talented. All right, so we're going to go number 4.
Did we say how many percent was on the last one
No,
too?
not the last 2.
All right, I was
All right.
just making sure.
71% said Anthrax.
Anthrax.
And then 64% went with Night Songs. All right, so number 4 is XYZ or Lillian Axe.
I've got a couple CDs and I don't play hardly any of either one of them. But if I played either of them, it would probably be XYZ the most.
Yeah, I got a Lily Axe. I remember XYZ. I love that song Inside Out.
Yeah,
And I remember
yeah,
having
I
that
do like
cassette
that
tape.
song.
I remember
yeah.
having that cassette tape for school, and that was a good album. So I can't really. I'd have to say XYZ just because I'm not very familiar with Lily Axe.
Yeah, and I remember I bought an album. I found it cheap somewhere. I can't remember, and then I listened to it, and I was like, God, this sucks. I don't even remember what the name of the album was, but
Lily Axe.
yeah, I didn't care for it.
Well, they had XYZ. I say XYZ. I'm going with them too. But they had 71% of the votes. But Jerry Lambert, Robert Ford, they said Lillian Axe. And Brian Weaver said who? I guess he hadn't heard neither band. He hadn't listened to neither band.
Well, those weren't. Neither one of them were like huge. The XYZ might have been a little bit more popular than Lillian Axe, but neither one of them were like,
Yeah.
household names by any means. But
Well,
there's a lot of people that have heard of them, but
Matt and Love put, I guess, non-applicable.
yeah, they just didn't.
They
They
just-
didn't know either way.
But yeah, XYZ got 71%. And a little tidbit for you, I think it's Lillian Axe's second album was produced by Rob Crosby.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that I didn't know.
And then the singer for
It all
XYZ,
ties the rat, Mike.
and then the singer for XYZ, he's the one that's singing for
Great White.
yeah,
for a
Great
while.
White. So
Terry-
yeah, that's right. Yeah, and then he's not.
They got
they got-
the Great Whites now.
Yeah,
Mitch Malloy.
yeah, that wasn't much on him.
No, he's pretty.
Yeah, that's about it.
All right, so I'm kind of curious to what this is going to be a tournament here. It is for
All right.
me anyway. No Rest for the Wicked or No More Tears.
Wow.
This was a pretty close one too. So you gonna be like Brian Weaver? He said both albums are amazing.
Yeah, so I'm going with that. Good job, Brian.
I say No Rest for the Wicked.
Yeah, I don't know.
No More Tears was good, but it wasn't as good as No Rest for the Wicked.
I think I'm going to go No Rest too. I think out of the two, I probably wore that one out more than I did.
That was a good album.
Yeah, that,
But as far as album favorite Zach songs, probably
yeah,
No More Tears.
yeah.
I mean, the solo definitely.
Solo, yeah.
But Fred put very close. He picked No Rest, and Jerry Lambert said No Rest by a hair.
But yeah,
So, I
see,
mean,
it's
there's-
close, and I mean that right there shows that we're not the only ones.
Yeah, I mean, I guess because that was
And what was the percentage on that one? 50?
57.
Yeah, see, and even the score shows that.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, that was our. I guess why it's special is it was our introduction to Zach too. Mm-hmm. This was Jakey Lee's replacement,
Yeah, he's definitely stepped up to the plate and did it well.
and you know, as soon as you heard that Miracle Man, I mean, as soon as you
yeah.
heard that opening riff, man, you knew, oh, it's gonna be all right. Mm-hmm. All right, so next one we got Montrose or Deep Purple.
I think I'm gonna get on my Bad Motor scooter and ride over there on the Deep Purple
Yeah,
side.
Deep Purple. Deep Purple.
I thought she's whole string was pulling a Tom Fool thing.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot of the Montrose stuff. I do like Bad Motor Scooter, and then there's like one other song I think.
Rock Candy.
Yeah, and then because that's the one Bullet Boys covered, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's
On
one. It's all Freak Show, ain't it?
no, that was on an earlier album.
I don't think it's on the first album.
I have to look it up. But anyway,
That's got
I'm
the
going.
Full Love Money.
I'm probably going to go Deep Purple. I know a lot more of their stuff than I do Montrose, and I'm not going to take anything away from Montrose because I do like a couple songs, but I just don't know enough of their stuff.
Fred said he loves some Deep Purple, so we pretty much know.
Yeah.
That's all day long. Now, I'm going to go with Montrose just because Sammy Hagar. But I remember listening to Montrose, guy I worked with, and we went out for lunch, and he was listening to this. Listened to Montrose, but he didn't tell me who it was. He's like, you know who this is? I said, well, sounds a hell of a lot like Sammy Hagar. I said, I ain't never heard this stuff before. So that was my first introduction. No, Sammy Hagar was actually in Montrose. And that ain't been but probably 15 years ago when I was told that. So it ain't like, I knew this all along. I just never listened to Montrose.
I don't think he was with them very long.
Yeah, I don't think he was neither. All right, so number 7.
What was the percentages on that one?
Oh, yeah. I'm getting bad at this percentage.
Horrible.
Awful.
We're gonna fire you. We're gonna fire you off your own show.
78% went with Deep Purple, which it's not surprising.
No.
That question, when I seen it come up, I figured it was going to probably a little harder. I'm surprised.
And it might be just because Montrose, I don't think they had that many albums, and maybe they just didn't stick around very long for most
They just
people
weren't
to
popular.
really, yeah. And then maybe a lot of people just didn't know who they were.
All right, so number 7, we got Tooth and Nail and Back for the Attack.
Those are good albums. Both those are good albums.
Yeah, I'm probably
But
gonna
the
go.
Jim's right in the middle, I think. Under lock and key.
That was good.
I'm probably gonna go Tooth and Nail.
I would say Tooth and Nail.
I'm going to go Back for the Attack.
Back for the Attack was a good album.
Yeah.
What was that first song? Because it
It's the
Kiss
one-
of Death.
Yeah.
Kiss of Death. That was a kick-ass song.
And see, Dream Warriors, well, that wasn't wrote for that album, but see, that's on that album too. I love that song. But I don't know. I mean, I like Tooth and Nail, don't get me
Oh,
wrong.
yeah.
Because it's raw and.
Well, I'm the same on the other way around, but they're
And like
that little era. They had a lot of good albums in that section there.
But see, Rob, I wonder what Rob would pick because he's a big, huge George Lynch fan.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, we don't know his answers, do we?
No, because he just gave me the questions. And I mean, like I said, I want the one in the middle. That's probably my favorite. Under Lock and Key's probably my favorite Dokken album. Which one is your favorite Dokken albums? Either one of y'all.
I don't know if I really. I don't know. I have to sit and.
What was that line with Beast from the East?
Yeah,
That was a good album.
Yeah.
That was a good because it had everything.
It had a good
You know,
mix of
like,
stuff on it.
Like a band's supposed to.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
But that was good. Beast from just because I think it had a mix of everything on it.
Well, it sounded good.
Yeah,
I
it
thought
sounded
that
real
really
good.
sounded-
Beast from the East. I remember that came out. I got it at James White.
Oh, James.
Yeah, I remember I saw it.
Randy Hartman's ears probably just perked up right now. But was even Erase Slate's really good, and that's an album later on that they done with
Maddest
Ted
Hatter.
Beach. Yeah, And they did one song by One is
Oh, yeah.
that you'll ever know.
See, you put me on the spot. I can't think of it.
Who did the original?
You got me on that. I don't know.
Donovan or something like that, maybe. I don't
I
know. I don't know if it was Donovan.
That's another cover of that. Yeah. All right, so 71% said Tooth and Nail. So they're along for y'all on that one, dude. All right, so the next one, number 8, is Vinnie Vincent, Invasion or Slaughter.
Slaughter to Prevail.
No, just
Just the Slaughter.
just
Okay,
straight
I'm
up
going Slaughter because I didn't ever hear
Slaughter.
much of Vinnie Vincent Invasion until years later.
Slaughter. And God, Randy's going to reach through this his computer or phone and strangle me. I was never a big Vinnie Vincent fan. I just wasn't. Man, this is Slaughter.
I like that song. If you listen to the second one, because Mark Slaughter sang on the second
Right, I knew that.
And there's a song, Love Kills, I think it's just a killer song. But I'll probably still pick Slaughter. I mean, I think about, we was talking earlier about Slaughter and, and not sounding really good nowadays, but I remember when we saw them,
How many years ago was that?
that was at the first time Poison done the festival they done in the 90s down at Nissan. Did you ever go to any of them?
No.
It was like Poison and Slaughter, and I don't remember who all.
Cinderella,
Yeah, it was
maybe.
like 3 or 4
Rat.
hair bands.
And I remember we went down to Slaughter, only played like 20 or 30 minutes.
Yeah, they wasn't very long.
Man, Blue, I mean, they were freaking awesome. I couldn't believe how good they were. And they were playing Main Street next day. So I told
That's right,
String,
they played down there, didn't
I said, we need to go.
Yeah,
And man,
I think we talked about that almost the whole way home.
yeah,
How good that
yeah,
was.
how much we need to go to that show. Cause
they? Were you good at the Main Street?
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
And they did Livewire
Really?
on the crew. I mean, he sang better than Vince.
yeah.
Really?
Well, I mean, let's let him try that now and see who's the worst or better.
He could do a better job.
I
on
think
that.
I think Slaughter could still probably do it better than Vince anyway. That's what I was getting at.
All right, and we had 78% went with Slaughter, so everybody was pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, Brian Weaver had that Slaughter was a fun band, and I'll probably agree with that because they were right on the very tail end of that whole era.
That wave, that wave.
I mean, they hit it just right because if they'd have waited any longer, I think because from what I understand, they really pushed to get that album out because the tide was getting ready to change, and that's why they released that live album because they knew they could only ride this out so long because grunge was coming.
But when they did the Wildlife, did they do the Wild? Wasn't it the second
Yeah.
album?
And I think
that was okay album.
Yeah, but it didn't have, I guess, all the Up All Night,
Yeah,
Fly the
all the,
Angel,
like
like Brian's got the fun stuff.
Right.
It was more
Yeah.
of a serious album.
Mad About You. I always like Mad About You. Good song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That whole album was pretty damn good.
We even had that Whip in it. Y'all remember that?
The Whip.
No, it was called Whipping It. It was like a bonus track on the CD.
Oh,
And all I had was you heard this whip cracking and this girl hollering, and you just kept on. It was called Whipping
No, I
It.
don't remember that.
Winging It or something like that.
I don't remember that.
You have to go on YouTube.
I must have got the shitty copy. Didn't have the
Yeah,
extra
you
track
didn't
on
get the
it.
bonus track. You didn't get the bonus. Y'all got ripped.
No, I got the. I don't even know if I ever had the CD. I just always had the cassette. I reckon.
Well, see, and I also had acoustic version of Fly the Angels.
I don't know. Maybe I had the CD. I don't even know.
Winging It. You know as soon as you hear it if you had it or not.
Yeah, I don't remember ever being on mine.
All right, so I'll just go ahead and tell y'all number 9 split right down the middle. So you got Babylon AD on one side and Sleaze Bees on the other side.
Sleaze Bees all
Sleaze
day.
Bees.
Yeah, that's why I'm going Sleaze Bees.
I tell you what, I don't know if you've ever heard it, but they got a live CD, live from Tokyo.
Sleaze Bees though.
Okay, it's so good. They tear
I've
it
never.
up.
No, I've never heard that.
Oh, I think it was the import. Like I found it somewhere.
They're
but,
good.
oh my
Sleaze
God,
Bees,
yeah.
but boy, they were on the tail end anyway.
Yeah.
and they were there when.
I think
crashed
I think
down.
they crashed. Didn't do as well here, but I think they did
They
better
were from
overseas.
Sweden, I think, or
Yeah,
something.
they were from.
And
somewhere
that
overseas.
music scene's always been big over there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it ever really lost its. All right, so here's number 10, and that one was 50% too.
Mm-hmm.
Shotgun Messiah or Enough's Enough.
I'm going Shotgun Messiah on that one. I know the first album I liked it. The second album was awesome, but then after that it kind of went south, but I don't know enough, and I don't know enough's enough of enough's enough. I don't know. I can only handle so much of those high vocals like that he had, and it just got a little bit too much. I like Fly High Michelle, and what was the new thing, but beyond that, I know there was probably some other decent stuff on those albums, but I don't know.
I liked Enough's Enough. Probably better than Shotgun Messiah. I remember with those tapes when they first came out, you know, and
You remember the cassette tape when you opened it up? It had that little cardboard. You popped out the little things. You could like spray paint the logo. Did you ever get that on yours?
No. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
So it came out and popped out?
Yeah, it was inside like the
So it was like
cassette
stencil, it was like a
sleeve.
stencil.
Yeah, stencil. You pulled out the cassette sleeve,
I
and then
don't
you
remember that.
unfolded. It was like you had the sleeve normal, but then it had an extra thing in there, and you could unfold it, and then you popped
God,
out
y'all
the
got
letter
good
stencils.
memories. I don't remember that.
I don't even. I lost that when I had the cassette, but I don't know if they ever had that in the CD when it came out on CD.
I had it in long box,
That was on the very
Long
first
box.
CD of theirs.
but I don't
cassette.
remember.
I know it was with the
I remember
cassette.
them having a stencil, but I don't know if I ever had. I don't know if it come with the CD.
See, I had it
Maybe I
on.
lost it.
I only had a cassette early on, and years and years and years later, I think I found it used on the CD. So I don't know if it ever came with the CD or not. But
Their CDs are high dollar. Shotgun Messiah, both of them, because they've got re-released. I think two times, and they were on real small labels.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of their music out there, so people are paying big bucks for it. Both the Shotgun Messiahs.
I think I still have. I think I ended up. I think I'm pretty sure I got the long box for the second one, and it still has the plastic on it.
I never had the second one. I don't think. I just got it here recently, but I'd heard it all the time. I think it's just because everybody running
Yeah,
around
because
with
I think. Well, I know I
Danny
had
and all
it,
them,
and then I know
all them
Mike and
listened.
Danny probably had it too.
Because when I got it here, I guess a couple years ago, I was like, man, I remember most of this stuff, and I never owned it. So I must have played a lot at the places I was at.
Because the bass player on the first one became the bass player and singer, and the singer from the first one was gone. So the bass player sang on the second album, and then I don't know. I guess whatever the third album it sucked. It was like a industrial. Oh, it was horrible. But then I guess years later he ended up playing with Marilyn Manson as a bass player.
Really? Yeah. I forget what his name
I can't
is.
remember
Yeah,
what
he was with Manson for a long time.
Yeah, he was with him for a good while. Not on the earlier stuff, but in the later.
So what do you want to do? You want to? Why don't we see if we can get somebody out there in the audience to send us this or that?
Well, we got
Yeah,
one
we-
other one right now. We got one already done, but if you want to do or this or that,
We'll come up with a
let us
list.
know, and you can create your own
Yeah, I'll
list.
come up
And,
with a list.
All right. So there
Yeah, I'll
we
come
go.
up with a list.
And if anybody out there,
yeah, just send us a comment. Put the comment in this one, and then say, hey, I want to do one.
or you can go
And then
and go into the emails under my info and just email me this or that, or just get in touch with us on our stream or love.
10 questions,
Might see
and
Mike Hardesty out. You might
Yeah.
want to give him some. I got
Yeah. Yeah, just hit me up.
He walks up a piece of paper. Be like, what's his name? Say this or that. Oh, that's for hospital sharing.
There's a chick, I was thinking it's her number.
Well, if Mark Martin might give you some questions.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, Mark.
Yeah,
Mark
you should have brought him along with
Yeah,
it.
well,
He almost came.
Oh, you
had no
should have brought him
idea.
along.
No,
That would've been
he
awesome.
almost made the
That would have
trip.
been awesome.
He almost made
you
a
have to-
surprise
We could
Yeah,
have hung him
invite
up and have him hanging his head down upside down or
Do you
something.
have to invite him, or does he just show
He
up?
just shows up. That dude just pops up, man.
know,
I never know where he's going to be.
He's even got a shirt.
I know he got a shirt. He scrounges one of them up somehow.
Yeah. What to get? Might have to give him a pick. Put in his pocket.
There you go.
Sticker. Yeah, we got pics of stickers. Just same way email us, or if you're interested, leave a comment section. Christmas time's coming.
Yeah,
It's good stocking stuff.
yeah. There you go.
There you go. All right, so anything else y'all want to say? Got any-
Oh, that was it, wasn't it? Damn, I saw other stuff on the bottom. I thought that was it. I thought that we had another question there. I didn't really pay attention what
That's for
number.
some other stuff. That's my
Well, yeah. So we do have our next one already done.
That's new.
Because we went to a wedding recently. A good friend of ours got married, and we spent the weekend at a lake resort thing.
Ended up
And,
hanging out with somebody I hadn't hung out with for a long time. It was kind of cool.
And his girlfriend, I think you're talking about Dusty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Dusty's girlfriend, Sam, she was just rattling stuff off at the
Yeah.
wedding, and I was like, "Wow, like you hold up, because we want you to do a real one here for us." And the stuff that she was throwing out there was
When she
was
mentioned
really good.
Annihilator, that's
Yeah.
true. People,
Yeah.
Not everybody knows who Annihilator
And Dusty was like, "Yeah, she's the one's gonna give you that kind of stuff, because he's more into like Dead and that kind of stuff." But he knows
Except for
some old
Bang
school.
Tango.
Yeah, he was a big Bang Tango
That's
fan.
how I met Dusty was we got talking about Bang Tango. And we laughed about that because that was been years and years ago. And he asked me, he's like, you listen to Bang Tango anymore? All right, y'all rolling out of here?
Let's do it.
I guess as always, stay safe, stay strong.
Hey.
And love is not here.
No.
But
No love.
he'll be back. He's been busy, so don't worry. We didn't fire him or get rid of him. To
Save
whoever that one guy that comments all the time told us to get rid of him.
Oh, yeah.
He's not gone. He's just really busy at work
He's
and
at
has been working a lot of
Mars.
hours. So we got a
Get rid of
replacement
him.
for a
The
couple
Fun
weeks.
House.
Yes.
Was that
No, it was something else. Some 13-year-old.
Doghouse, but he had a fire hydrant for
I don't know if that was the same guy or not. But anyway,
okay.
thanks for hanging. Till next time.
Yep. Y'all be good. Peace.